Hey everyone. I thought I would do a quick walkthrough of DevOps Score. Yesterday I was speaking with Sid, who mentioned that DZ, who's our fellow of Initial Delights, spun up a new instance, made a new application, attached a Kubernetes cluster, enabled monitoring, and still only received a DevOps score of 16.2%. So I wanted to make sure that the feature was working. And so what I've done is created a brand new GitLab instance, which is here. I spun this up about 12 hours ago, so it's not brand new. And then I've done literally nothing on the instance other than make one group and then import a project and attach a Kubernetes cluster, just to make sure that I could get all of that working, because that takes a little bit of time. And the first thing I wanted to do is just go to the DevOps score area. And what I noticed here is that you don't actually get what the normal DevOps score looks like. Which is really 10 columns. And I'll show you what that looks like here. DevOps score GitLab. So it looks something like this normally. And so I'm wondering if we should just show this just to say, hey, this is what this looks like, rather than the empty state that currently exists. But it's interesting. It says that in order to gather accurate feature usage data, it can take 1 to 2 weeks to see your index. I don't know why or what's happening here. It could be because I haven't done anything on the instance, and so maybe it's just making an assumption that it takes 1 to 2 weeks for most people to use the instance. It also could be that there's actually something happening in the background before it can calculate and give your score. But regardless, like, we're going to generate a little bit of activity on this repository or on this instance and see if we can get that thing to update. So as I mentioned before, we only have one project on this instance, and it's just a cloned sample auto DevOps Ruby application. I've also attached a Kubernetes cluster. And so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go into that cluster and we're gonna install some applications on it. So we'll install Ingress and oh, okay. Okay, something is not. Something happened here. Let's quickly Google for this. Thought we were successfully set up. I'm just gonna copy in my service token one more time. Maybe I did something wrong. Successfully updated. Okay, something is still messed up here, but that's not the point of this walkthrough. The point of this walkthrough was to see what the DevOps score looks like when we actually do some stuff. Let's go into the repository and see what that looks like. Okay, I don't have any runners attached to this instance yet, so I'm going to assume none of this is going to work. But what we can do is actually make an MR. Make a few issues, poke around on boards, and see if we can get DevOps score to actually do something. gonna make a few issues here to generate some traffic. Make a board. Milestones and comments are also part of this. Make a new milestone. Milestone 1. Milestone 2. Milestone 3. Comments. Let's go back and make a few issue comments. Issues. Comment 1. Comment 2. Comment 3. All right, so we did some stuff. Let's see what happened with our merge request. Yeah, we need to attach some runners. I'll do that offline. Let's go back. Data's still calculating. Okay, well, I'm just going to call this here. Looks like I can't get any sort of real-time analytics from DevOps score. And we'll circle back after I figure out what's going on.